Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, huge mahalo to Longstrokes Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your nearest Longstrokes for all your shopping needs. A man has been charged in connection with the January shooting death of Waipahu acupuncturist John Tokuhara. 34-year-old Eric H. Thompson was charged with second-degree murder and carrying of a use of firearm in commission of a separate felony. Police arrested Thompson Monday night. He was released 3 hours later after posting a $1 million bail. Tokuhara's mother found her son dead with a gunshot wound in his clinic on Waipahu Depot Street last month. More than 200 family members and friends gathered at a candlelight vigil held a week later. Tokuhara was 47. An investigation into the shooting is ongoing. 3 former Hawaii residents have been charged in a fraud scheme that cheated victims out of more than $2.5 million. Richard Patterson, Deshaun Hill, and Judy Ramos were charged with conspiracy and wire fraud, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. Patterson and Ramos were also charged with money laundering. Starting in July 2015, Patterson used fictitious businesses and bank accounts in Hawaii, Minnesota, and South Dakota as a foundation of an advance payment scheme. The 3 defendants would promise returns of 200 to 1,000% on initial investments in ventures that included a fake Swiss bank. Instead of investments, the money was used to pay personal expenses like credit card bills and rent. Patterson, who allegedly used a fake name and accent as part of the scam, was arrested in California last week. Ramos and Hill have not yet been arrested. The defendants have returned only about $163,000 to their victims. The State Department of Health today reported 294 new coronavirus infections statewide. No virus-related deaths were recorded, and Hawaii has seen 232,302 infections and 1,262 COVID-related fatalities since the start of the pandemic. Health officials today reported 193 new cases on Oahu, 49 on Hawaii Island, 40 on Maui, 4 on Kauai, and 2 on Lanai. 6 Hawaii residents were diagnosed outside the state. The number of active coronavirus cases in Hawaii has steadily declined over the past 2 weeks. Officials today reported 11,026 cases that are considered to be active, down 759 from yesterday. Of all the confirmed infections in Hawaii, 5,895 have required hospitalization. No new hospitalizations were reported today. The first Mauna Kea telescope to make way for the planned 30-meter telescope will be decommissioned by the end of the year. The removal and site restoration of the Caltech sub-millimeter observatory will start this summer. A second telescope operated by the University of Hawaii at Hilo is set to be decommissioned in 2023. UH recently updated its Mauna Kea master plan and set a limit of 9 operating astronomy facilities on the mountain by 2033. 5 of the summit's 14 astronomy sites will be permanently closed. Caltech's facilities was once a top observatory for astronomical research and instrument development at sub-millimeter wavelengths. It closed in 2015. Caltech is partnering with other institutions to build the $2.65 billion 30-meter telescope. Development of the controversial telescope is on hold as the project seeks additional funding. State health officials on Monday lifted a drinking water advisory for a small number of residents in Red Hill. The clear zone includes Red Hill Elementary School and 135 homes managed by the Army. The State Department of Health deemed the water to be safe after reviewing lab results and flushing operations. The zone is the first of 19 to be declared safe after a November jet fuel spill at the Navy's Red Hill Fuel Facility. The incident contaminated a drinking water system that serves Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam and surrounding neighborhoods. It also threatened a vital Oahu aquifer. A majority of residents on the Navy's drinking water system are still warned not to consume the water. The Navy has completed flushing and testing of its distribution system and is nearly done with flushing individual homes. Officials from the Health Department, Environmental Protection Agency, and military are reviewing the Navy's test results. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.